everybody. We are back, finally. It's been a long 6 weeks. We are finally back with Campaign 2, Wicked and Divine, written by yours truly, DM'd by yours truly, and we are joined by most of the familiar cast, but we have one new player, Mikey. If you want to introduce yourself, bud.
I'm Mikey. This is my first time playing this. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. So Mikey is Anthony's brother. Like you said, first time playing D&D, so we're going to cut up some slack, maybe a little slow. This is only my second time DMing ever, so not a huge departure from the Christmas one-shot, if any of you guys watched that. I don't know everything. There's going to be some time for me to look up some stuff, and we're going to have a lot of fun here. Anybody have anything they'd like to share before we get going?
I would like to once again say that your wife is a fantastic baker.
Yes, indeed.
These cookies are everything I could ever want.
Indeed, she is. We're just doing a little behind-the-scenes stuff here real quick, ironing some things out real quick, and then we'll get going.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a you thing.
Okay. I'll figure that out later. No sweat.
Us have technical difficulty? No.
Hey, at least we don't have an intro video the first time around.
That is true. Actually, I was just about to touch on that. We do not have an intro video for tonight's episode for reasons that the viewers will find out soon. That and the art isn't ready yet. Mostly the art isn't ready yet.
Yeah.
But we will have an intro video next time. So instead of saying, let's play our intro, we're actually just going to go ahead and get started.
We do need to plug
Yes,
a
sir.
sponsor, though.
Oh, Anthony, go ahead. Sorry about
So,
that.
real quick, if you guys sound off during the stream in the chat, I will have it pulled up. I'll try to talk to whoever I can text-wise, or we'll point it out if it needs to be brought up to everybody's attention. But we also have to remember that we have our exclusive energy sponsor, Dubby.
Sir Dubworth.
Yes, Dubbington. Dubbington, Earl of Dub. Dubby is a zero sugar, zero crash, zero jitters energy supplement brand. Really big on promoting content creators and streamers like us. I just looked up and saw all your Funko Pops. That took me off guard.
I did a little redecorating.
I just looked up to see
That's
the
not even all of
legions.
them.
Good Lord.
They're looking back at you. Menacingly.
What we've got here is kind of our communal tub of the... that sounds horrible.
I don't
communal
like-
tub of Dragonade. It's their dragon fruit lemonade mixture. It's actually my favorite. I drink it on the regular.
The communal dub tub.
Oh, yeah. The Dub Tub.
The Dub Tub.
Hey, you guys need to brand it that way.
There we go. That's going to be the first partnership. They've actually just started releasing shakers and flavors that are in collaboration with other streamers that they are partnered with. So your boy is starting to put out some emails, trying to get a hold of some people, seeing if we can't maybe get some character tumblers put together.
They also have regular tumblers, which we do have. I just
Yeah.
didn't bring them to the table.
Yeah.
But we do have them. You guys have seen them.
I've got a big cup of I can't say the name brand. I've got Schmarbies, Dr. Pepper. But no, if you go to w.gg and use code Elderwood at checkout, you'll get 10% off your entire order, and it supports the channel. Also, we do actually technically have a sponsor, even though it hasn't, we've just got put through, that our series sponsor is Highland Protection out of Columbus, Ohio. They have paid for our character art that's on the way. They were our battle cam sponsor last time. And actually, I'm sitting next to one of the owners of Highland.
On that side.
Yeah,
Off camera.
over here. But
Mikey.
Highland Protection has been in business since 2020 under the new name. Yeah, 2020. Proudly serving the greater Columbus area for not only event security, but also for all of your business security needs, warehouses, residential properties. So if you are interested in booking top tier security services or joining a team that prides itself on professionalism through integrity, visit highlandprotection.net for more information. Highland Protection, one team, one fight.
Question.
Yes.
Are you good with emotional security? Because I might make a phone call.
No.
That's a special upcharge.
No, there is no emotional support for any of the employees there.
That's third shift.
Oh.
There it is.
Well, I mean, they work with our dad, though, so...
He's probably watching. Hi,
Love-
Dad.
Love you, Dad.
Have a good nap.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, like Anthony said, he's got the chat up, so if for whatever reason, if and when one of our cameras freezes, probably mine, let us know and I'll take care of
I
it.
swear to God, I hope it's that one. that's
It's
facing that way.
usually the DM cam.
No, but I hope it's the one facing Dom.
Because then that just means the
It
camera,
just hates
the camera
you.
can't handle my fat head.
Different camera. Still that one.
Also, Bailey and I are aware that last campaign we had some issues with it being a little quiet. We hope that we have fixed that by now.
Yep, it's evolving. We're always working on it. It's fluid. If there's something you guys want to see more of, see less of, hear more of, hear less of, let us know, and we'll see what we can do about it. So that's where we're at. I think that concludes all of our announcements. With that, is everybody ready to get to playing some D&D?
I am ready.
All right. Well, normally we play the intro, but like I said, we don't have one. So we're just going to get right into it.
We will act it out in full costume right now.
We're also trying a new music setting here. So we can't hear it too well, but you guys should be able to hear it fine. Okay. Welcome, my friends. Yes, this way, hurry, you won't want to miss it. It's not every day, nor every lifetime even, we get a court. Well, what a nice day this is indeed. Stylaxis, the capital city of Barrena, is absolutely bustling. That is Silaxis for the city and Bahrenna
Write notes.
for the country.
Oh,
Just
shit.
so you guys know.
I gotta take notes now.
You don't have to. I'm just spelling it out in case anybody wants to know. People from all over Barrena have gathered seemingly all at once. Families with small children visit sweet shops. Elders sit by the central fountain under the shade, enjoying the town that seemingly feels alive. Shopkeepers and workers hurry to keep their shelves stocked with wares, food on the tables, and ale flowing like a mighty river. A large crowd is gathering and attempting to funnel into the central building just across the way from the fountain. And it is at this point you see all kinds of different people from all different backgrounds, different ages, from children all the way up to the elderliest of elderly, gathering and seemingly just having a wonderful, wonderful time for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity known as the Court of the Gods. Down one of the side streets there, sort of towards the middle, but a little bit down the street, you see about a medium-sized stand. Has some, I don't want to say hobbily constructed, but pretty well constructed with wood. Has a nice name on the top of it. It says axe throwing. That's burned in with some kind of a torch or some kind. And at this stand, the purveyor of the axe throwing, you see a tall gentleman with the appearance of you, but is actually not you. So, Anton, if you want to go ahead and describe your character for us.
Anton Klippa is a gamesman. He travels. He has a portable game setup that he can take from town to town. He basically travels where the money is. So he goes and sets up somewhere and just has the game set up and tries to pull people in.
Absolutely. At about this time, you see a dad and his young son come up, and the son's like, "Oh, Dad, come on, can we? I really wanted this axe throwing. I've been getting so good at it. I've been practicing on the farm, whatever." "Yeah, okay, boy, let's go on up and pay the man. And, hello, sir. How much is it to throw an axe or two?"
It's 1 shilling per axe.
"Oh, okay, Dad." He hands him a shilling and gives it to you, and you hand him an axe, and he gets on his way. Misses the first one, misses the second one, and he starts to look a little bit discouraged.
That's okay. You can keep throwing axes as long as you want to keep giving us shillings.
"Well, I'll tell you what, if..."
Before you make a decision, look at all the wonderful prizes we have.
Oh.
We have wooden swords, wooden shields.
So if I make a bullseye, would that gets me the big one, right?
It gets you the big one.
Okay. He grabs his last axe, he takes it, throws it, sinks it dead center in the bullseye. "Thank you, sir." Looks, guy's a world-class sucker, isn't he, Dad? And they both chuckle and walk away.
You got hustled.
And you just look absolutely stunned, thinking, I just got hustled by an 8-year-old. Damn. Those big prizes are not cheap, man. Not cheap at all. And it's about this time you hear off to the side, kind of coming up the way, the sound of hearty laughter. It's a taller gentleman wearing a top hat, some red and white striped overalls with a giant bow tie, big burly dark brown beard, walks up and goes, "Ha ha! Well, Anton, I see you haven't lost your charm."
Koopa.
Absolutely.
Ugh.
Still doing your piddly little axe throwing, I see.
Ugh. Yeah, Koopa, you're still dressed terribly, I see.
Well, my terrible dress has landed me as the showrunner of the Big Top, my friend. Not my fault that you decided to go your separate ways.
We all have our place in life, Koopa. It's fine.
And how much have you made today in yours?
I did okay.
With all these people here, okay is all you've gotten.
All I've gotten. Done okay.
Ha! Well, if you look over here, and you see he points kind of towards, in the direction of the fountain, but a little bit past it, throughout the thoroughfare, in the corner you see the crest of a big top. That is the exact same pattern as the overalls he's wearing. He goes, "I can't even begin to describe how much money I have made over this weekend here with all of these people. It is absolutely booming. Business is great. I bet you wish you were a part of it."
Nah, Koopa. Nah, don't want to work for you.
Well, we'll see if you change your tune here in a short while. Well, good day to you, Anton. I'll just be minding my own and making my own. Ha ha! And he makes his way off and walks back towards the big top, seeing that you are doing exactly as well as he thought you probably would. And that was a fan getting another bullseye on your axe throwing guy and wins another prize.
Sorry, I was pulling up chat on my phone because the tab was weird on my laptop. And for some reason, YouTube said, now's the time to look at shorts about WrestleMania weekend.
You're on the player side of table for one session.
And you fuck it up!
The rules.
Yeah, cocksucker.
Alright,
Give him
So-
hell, chat.
breaking from that, we're going to kind of move towards the main entrance gate to the city, where a lot of people are still coming in for this. I mean, it's like I said, it's a once every 100-year event. You know, most people, unless you're, gnomes or elves or so, they're not going to live that long. So it's once in a lifetime. You're either going to see it or you're never going to see it, and that's about it. There's tales of it happening before, and I'm sure you'll share tales to your children and grandchildren afterwards if you end up seeing it, and if not, you're going to miss out for a long time. Roughly about the same time, through the main drag there in where the main gate is, a bunch of wagons are coming, shuttling people from different ways that are, caravanning together. And on one of these caravans, you see, again, a taller gentleman, a bit scruffy, but not scruffy in the beard, kind of a little run down, seems to be not quite all there, but at the same time, you'd think he knows what he's doing. And getting off of one of these wagons that's headed into the main thoroughfare here, Renn, would you go ahead and describe your character for us?
So Renn is about 6'2", and he's got these really big, bulky goggles because he can't see without them. And
Familiar.
he's kind of been a bit of he's a bit of a vagabond. He goes from place to place. He's trying to find where he belongs in the world. He's tried holding down different jobs. Most of the time he'll bust his ass for a place and they'll turn around and be like, hey, we just don't need you anymore. So you need to hit the trails. Hope everything works out for you. And it's about to the point that he just starts traveling around and offering either his ability to assist with physical labor or telling a story or singing a song, just to kind of pay his way to travel with people. He's essentially the D&D version of a hitchhiker.
Okay. As you head off the wagon that you're on, the driver stops you, grabs you by the shoulder, and says, "Hey, About that thing, that deal we had for me to get you here.
What?
Holds out his hand.
Oh, I can't remember. You're gonna have to refresh my memory on what the deal was, my dude.
That was 3 gold for the drive from where there
Yeah,
to here.
That was 3 gold for the drive until we lost a wheel and I had to help lift the wagon to put it back on. You think we can knock that down a little bit, tit for tat?
Make a persuasion check for me.
Shit.
Just a straight roll on the d20, no modifiers.
First check of the game.
That's a 5.
Hey, that
These dice are still cold.
So he kind of stares at you for a second, his hand still outstretched, and goes, "The wagon wouldn't have fallen off if I wasn't over the limit of what the wagon can handle, which I was not at until you tagged along."
I think he called
You
you
know,
fat.
that's entirely fair. Here, and I start patting my pockets, and finally I take off one of my boots and shake the saddest little coin pouch out of the heel that contains 2 gold, and I'm 1 silver short of a 3rd gold piece. I mean, this is all I got.
He kind of looks up for a second, thinks about it, and goes, "You need the silver more than I do. Just give me the gold, man."
Thanks, man. Look, you picked me up after the last job, just threw me on my ass, didn't even give me my last paycheck. So, I'm sorry that I had to be a burden. Also kind of sorry that I tried to take advantage of that just now, but I wouldn't be where I am if it weren't for your help, so I do appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. All right, go on and get. I've babysat you long enough, and he takes the 2 and he pops it inside of his vest pocket. I was a
Yeah,
jest
baby
pocket.
sat me long enough, just like everybody else in
And
the world.
he hops off the cart, starts helping some of the women off of there, and unloading some of his wares and whatever he's going to be doing in the city here. And you start making your way inside. Is there anywhere you'd like to go? Anywhere you'd like to see?
Axe throwing.
I'm looking around and
Come test your skills.
I hear the axe throwing.
Axe throwing.
So I want to go over there. And how much is it for
Hey, big
toss some
man.
axes? Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
you don't look half bad.
Yeah.
Look like we could be brothers. Look like we fell out of the same ass.
I don't think so. Nice try. Want to throw some axe?
Yeah, how much to throw some axe?
It's 1 shilling per axe.
How much is a shilling in D&D currency? Is that silver?
Let's call it a silver. He
Gold shilling.
Shit.
You a big dumb lug.
The best I got. I pull the sad coin purse out and just show. I don't even have a
Ah,
whole
the heck
gold
with
piece.
the heck with the axe throwing. You need a job and a bath. Jeez.
I've been traveling for quite a bit. Yeah, job wouldn't be too bad.
You smell like a dragon's butthole.
That's a little harsh, but I'll tell you what. See if I can't make you a deal. If I can hit 3 bullseyes.
Well, what do you want? A wooden sword?
No prize. You can. We'll essentially call it even. But if I miss one, I'll give you the silver I got.
All right.
Okay.
So I have a sleight of hand, by the way.
Okay. So what would you like to do with that?
I'm gonna give him a heavier.
Okay. True carnival fashion. Okay. So you hand him the heavier axe.
I'll give him 2 light ones, and then I'll give him the 3rd one will be heavy.
Okay. So what I'll say
Oh,
here
thank you.
is
Thank you,
we'll
bastard.
do a. You're going to make an athletics check.
Okay.
Okay.
Modifiers at all? or-
No modifiers because we're just where we are now.
so
So it's just straight
strength.
D20 rolls.
Okay.
What you're going to do is set a DC that he's got to beat. So you'll need one for the regular axes, and then a higher one for the heavier axe.
Just roll
Welcome to
20s.
D&D.
Yes.
Hey,
So if you
um,
you roll 3, I would say roll the last one at advantage and take the higher.
DM.
Yes, sir.
If you want to go back to medieval market and press the loop-de-loop by the X
Oh,
so
shit.
it loops. 'cause
Sorry,
I
we're
don't
playing
think-
Gateway to Hell. My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't
we're
think
not
we're
Gateway to
doing
Helling. Where's it at? There it is. Whoopsie. I'll
There
just
you go.
Loop de loop and pull.
There you go.
You shoes are
Yay!
looking
We're back in
cool.
medieval
Must say that
market.
kind of got deep, didn't it?
I know, like he's talking about slide a hand tag, and all of a sudden it's like, okay.
My bad.
All right, I
You're
have
about
my,
to
I
get
have my
messed
3.
up.
Okay, so go ahead, take your first axe, and make your throw.
14.
He's got the first one.
All right, we're 1 for 3. Take your second one.
10.
He's got the second one.
All right, now what I'll say here, as you pick up the third axe, make a dexterity check to see if you notice that it's heavier or not.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Now that's still with no. Are you sure it's dexterity or would it be?
It would be.
That'd be strength, I think.
DM's call.
Okay, DM's call. I mean, I'm
I
not
mean,
doing
either
modifiers
way,
anyway.
either way, just
We're not
make
doing
a
modifiers
straight
anyway.
d20 roll, and I'll let you know if you notice or not.
It's a 6.
You don't. For whatever reason, you have no idea that this axe is heavier.
Your
It's
hand's
probably
so
heavier,
slight.
not on the handle, but on. You're just so into the moment that you're like, oh, I hit 2. Oh man, I'm not gonna have to owe this guy shit. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be the start of my good day. So you don't even notice as you pick this axe up and you fling it. So what you're gonna do now, make your same roll. You're having your higher DC that he needs to beat. Go ahead and throw that third axe.
I swear to God, I'm about to have the saddest character in this fucking campaign.
Well, let's see.
Yeah. It's a 2.
Yay! Did he fail?
So you let this axe fly.
Oh.
And instead of hitting the bullseye like you did with your previous 2, it goes straight and then just nosedives straight into the dirt.
What the hell?
That was me in middle school.
Oh, that fucking sucks right there.
Yeah, it does. Well, deal's a deal. And I just hand you the ratty fucking coin purse with all my silver.
Nah. You keep that. Get you a meal.
All right. Well, I feel like I owe you since I partook of your
I'll
services.
tell you what,
This
big
fucker
guy.
keeps getting pity.
You walk around, get your meal. You tell everybody to come over here and see me.
Deal.
Throw some axes. Tell them you want a big prize.
Yeah, the big prize being walking away with my dignity. I like it.
Yeah, walking away with that silver shilling you got there.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Hey,
Have a good day.
You too.
having a carny let you do something for free, that's a prize in itself.
Right? You won't get that at the pumpkin show.
Absolutely.
You'll get robbed there.
Absolutely not. Okay, so you depart from the axe throwing,
This campaign.
and you kind of head into the hustle and bustle of the crowd.
Okay.
And I'm assuming you're, at this point, as you're going, telling people to go to the axe throwing and looking for a meal, probably, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
I
as
was literally going to say turkey leg. Looking for turkey leg.
okay, what just so happens that in the main thoroughfare, so in the actual main thoroughfare, like I described, the fountain in the center, it's set up in basically a full circle that has shops, apartment buildings, and what have you, all kind of around it with pathways kind of throughout, and then a big central building across the way from the pond.
Axe
Or, I'm
throwing.
sorry, from the fountain.
Oh, and axe throwing.
And
You
you're
did.
gonna hear axe throwing a lot. Among other things, people selling candied apples, beef jerky, all multitude of different things. And
Axe throwing.
Also, I'd like to point out, hi to the guys at TKE in Portsmouth. They've got us on the TV in the house.
hello, hi. Thanks for looking at my ugly mug. Listen to me fuck up constantly.
Axe throwing.
So you
That's gonna be our first T-shirt. It's just axe throwing.
you spot a you spot a place that you think might have some grub and some drink possibly, and the place that you see is actually going to be where you work. And what is
Oh.
the place? What is the name of your establishment?
The horny goat.
The Horny
The
Goat.
horny goat.
You're fucked.
All right, so you see the Horny Goat, and
Is he going in the horny goat? Oh.
what do you do when
Have
you
fun,
see that
kid.
sign?
Please describe what the sign looks like to me. I want to see what the horny goat's logo is.
It's a goat with horns. It has 3 horns. I'm not telling you where the third one is.
It's a tricorn goat.
It's also the third horn is also on its head. I'm not telling you which head.
Duly noted. I just kind of look up and I'd be like,
It's a bad
But it from the outside, it just looks like any other tavern. It's a horny goat.
I just look at the sign and be like, well, my uncle did always tell me that the best taverns have the weirdest names.
I don't know about that.
Give it a try.
Smart man.
It's a smart man.
Smart man.
Smart man. I wander into the horny goat.
All right, so you go
Fuck, I
in.
need an empty glass.
You go into the horny goat, and it is busy, like really, really busy. We're talking thousands of people are here in a town that is built for it, for sure, because it is a capital city. But man, you're getting a little overrun in here.
Yeah.
Who you see behind the bar, Vonfyl, if you want to describe your character. for us.
Absolutely. So, Vonfyl, Von, to his friends and those that want to be his friends, is very tall and almost 7 feet, right at 7 feet, but can't really tell that from the bar because the floor behind the bar is lowered a bit just to even playing field and makes it more fun when people need kicked out. And he gets to walk out and suddenly be tall. But he is a tiefling. You can tell he has what look like they could have been at one point long curling ram's horns on his head, but they've clearly been shorn off about a third of the way, halfway. In his past that has occurred. But he's got like silver eyes, and he's just there. He's washing glass, just trying to make small talk, getting drink orders. And you can see behind him his tail is kind of every now and then will open or close the dishwasher door. It's a halfling in a box.
Bit of multitasking. I love it.
box.
Hey, he's got to earn those tips somehow.
It's a halfling in a box.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a living.
Now you've got a guy in a box.
So
No, he makes
as
money. He's fine.
as you're working around, you're
There's also no other bartenders right now. It's just Vaughn.
no other bartenders.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just Vaughn.
So you make your way inside. What was your name again? Renn. So
Yeah.
you make your way inside, and what happens?
I'm getting very distracted by the shenanigans happening from people watching. They're all excited. I feel famous.
We'll catch up in a little
Oh,
bit.
this is a great time for them to be watching. Please continue. The horny goat welcomes you.
So, basically walk up to the bartender and, are there seats at the bar?
There's a few. Most of them are taken, but there's a couple open.
So I slide into one that's in between two parties. I just kind of shoulder in, like, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Sit there at the bar. Yeah, hey, y'all got food?
You gotta talk up, sweetie. I can't hear you.
Do y'all have food?
I mean, depends what you're looking for.
Turkey legs?
I mean, we got some leg. I don't know if it's kind of you want, sweetie, but we have some leg. No, I'm kidding. We don't sell food here. That's an extra license, and that's...
I was about to say the euphemism is lost on me, but okay.
Oh, we'll help you find it.
Can I get an ale?
Do you have money for an ale?
How much is an ale?
How much you got?
What's one silver piece away from a gold piece?
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Perfect. I'll let you earn your drink.
Uh-oh.
No, you're okay. You're okay.
Okay.
I'm the only one up here, as you can see, and I need a backstock pulled from the back. If you go bring that backstock up here and promise me, with your pretty little face, that you won't steal it from me, I will give you one for free.
You think my face is pretty, sir?
I've seen the rest of the clientele.
Noted. Yeah, I'll help. I'll just have to unwedge myself from the seat now.
Well, chop chop. I got customers waiting.
So I unwedge myself from the seat I was sitting in. So what am I getting from back here?
There's a crate on the top shelf. You'll see it. It's the only one back there that has really anything in it. We're almost sold out for the day.
Okay. And I wander into their backstock area and I see the crate.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go ahead and reach up and
What are you
Yeah.
wearing, real quick?
I'm wearing like boots.
Start at the bottom. I love it.
Uh,
You're in the right
I'm
place.
not wearing heels. I'm wearing like pretty much like commoners clothes, like
Okay.
burlap pants and a
Like-
tunic.
Okay.
Backstory.
So what? And the
From
door
outside,
opened for
you
a
hear a little
second.
axe throwing.
That's
So,
what I was doing. Look.
so the reason I'm asking, how long is your shirt? Like when you do this, does your shirt come up in the back? It's relevant, I promise.
Yes,
Okay, perfect.
just a little bit.
Perfect.
So yeah, I'm reaching up, trying to get the crate and trying to stabilize myself before bringing it down. And I get it and I bring it down. And I walk back up and I'm like, here's your crate.
Awesome. Thank you. Here you go. And I'll pop open a bottle for you and hand it.
Thank you.
And that's on technically that's not on the house. That's on Freddy down at the end.
Freddie down at the end, and I look over to the direction and what?
He's sitting right by where you were picking up.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, we had a bed at the beginning of the day. If he could see some ass, and technically it counts.
And that's when I like reach around and I see that the tunic I'm wearing has come up over the rope
Yeah.
that was tying it in
Yeah.
place.
Oh, Freddy. He's a regular. He's fun. Drinks me out of house and home, though. Fucking Freddy.
Well, I appreciate this. Now that I've been ogled, can I also get an angel shot?
Sorry, we don't delve in deities here.
Got a
Don't-
natural pop out of him.
Nah, we don't deal in deities here, but sweetie, I promise you're safe. No one in here will mess with you.
Cool.
They can tell.
Appreciate it.
They can tell you're not their type.
Appreciate
well,
it. Yeah.
they're not yours.
Yeah. I'm gonna go drink this.
So, as you say, we don't deal in deities here. The amulet you have around your neck begins to get a little warm.
Somebody open the door real quick. I need some air.
And then, one of the drunken patrons stumbles his way over. The fucking door's been open and shut and open and shut. You see how many goddamn people are in here? Fuck, and he swings the door open, goes and sits down, and it just shuts again right behind him. He didn't wedge it or anything. He goes back back to what I was saying.
You're
So
cut
last
off.
harvest, that ball was as large as a house, and
Hey.
it fizzles out in the middle of the conversation.
Yeah, well. And I'll just put a little check mark on that guy's tab. I'm not telling you what the check mark's for.
Okay.
Does you want that guy out?
No.
Or
We'll see.
okay.
Backstory.
Alright, as about this
Oh,
time, we're gonna
I-
go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'd like to trade favor for favor here and also keep up another favor I had.
Oh.
If you could let people know about there's this axe throwing booth.
I can hear him, trust me.
Well,
Everybody knows. It's all they're hearing is him shouting, axe throwing over and over
Does
again.
anybody in this bar look like they're about to go outside in the heat and the crowd and throw an axe at a wall for some wood when there's plenty of that shit in here?
I mean, I did.
How are you gonna
That's
convince
why
him?
they know you're not their type.
How are you gonna convince him, kid? Tell him what you want.
He's just also yelling that from
There's a rip in the canvas and he's just got his head poking in like freaking John Cena. Are you sure about that?
Tell him what you want, kid.
I won a pretty big prize.
Oh, let me see it.
I present to you the tangibility of my dignity.
God, I smelled something. You can put that away.
No, I didn't have enough to throw the axes, and I made a deal with him. And when I came up short on the deal, he still didn't take my money. Seems like a stand-up guy compared to some of the other fucking carnies you come across around this place.
Fair. Can I give you a tip though, kid?
What?
Don't store your coin purse in your shoe. You can smell it the minute you take it out.
Oh, well, my coin purse hasn't been in my shoe for at least the last 20 minutes, so that's pretty bad. Yeah,
If you need, there's a wash basin in the back room.
that would be awesome. Apparently, I've been told I smell
Maybe
like
just said your
a,
coin purse smells.
yeah.
Well,
About that,
we do have someone that can polish it for you though if you want.
I'm good, thank you.
Fair enough.
about that time, you make your way back to the wash station and
Hey.
try to freshen up and pick up whatever pieces of dignity that was just shattered that you just won back from the axe
I
throwing.
take what's known as a horse bath.
Absolutely. We make our way outside
You do it in the
now,
right
Axe
place, you can
throwing.
make some money.
and you still hear the axe throwing. Axe throwing is over by a lot of the bigger stands where people have, their licenses to sell and operate during this event.
Wait, what's over there? Is it
Excellent.
okay?
In the main
Sure.
thoroughfare, you have a lot of smaller kind of pop-up stands that you're going to see and walk through. Think about going through, your state fair, and you got your big stands of like, oh wow, this stuff is really nice and handmade, and then you got your other stands of, man, they're charging $15 for that, really? That's kind of the area we're in now.
Ooh,
Um,
MLMs.
And in this area, you see a very small stand that is quite cobbled together, with a bunch of gold rocks on them that appear to be gold nuggets,
boy.
and they are being sold by one of the purveyors of these stands. Motag, if you want to go ahead and describe yourself for us.
Okay, my guy is, I'd say, about 5'8", half elf, half human. He was a scout and a tracker in the military. Came home and became a salesman. So what he does is he tricks the rich to give them all their money. Because when he would come home from the shits, people would be out by the ship docks. Hey, we trade your pens. Can I have your pens? I need your pens so I can sell them to go get food. So he got tired of that. He said, I'm going to give it back to the community. And he has this higher power to go and find something to bring back to say, hey, you no longer have to do this.
Mhm.
So his main ideology is to steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Okay.
Robin Hood.
You see all kinds of different people passing by, not really giving you a whole hell of a lot of attention. They're kind of looking and going, I just don't know about that. There's kids that run up and they're like, oh, mommy, can we please, come on, that looks, I want to have one. It's a gold nugget. And, no, dear, it's not real. It's not real. He's not just going to sell a gold nugget for 1 gold. That doesn't make any sense. And then he gets, continues to go down the thoroughfare, and as more and more people go, you're starting to get a little bit discouraged, and you're like, man, I really thought this would work. I thought somebody would fall for the gag here and I'd be able to make a little bit of coin to bring back home. And then about the time that you're having that realization, you're kind of sitting there and you're rubbing your brow and going, man, I just want this day to be over. This was such a bad idea. I don't know why I'm here. You see somebody come up to the stand, and they pick up one of these rocks and they look at it and they go, where'd you find these?
Well, I can tell you this. I found those in the fairest gold mines you've ever seen.
Really?
Yes, sir.
How'd you get them out of the mine?
With the finest grade axe.
I don't see any axe marks on these.
Well, you see, that's the reason why it's the finest axe. It doesn't chip or break the gold when it comes out.
He stops and he looks at you for a second, still holding that rock in his hand, and he goes, don't I know you from somewhere?
Where would that be?
You look awfully familiar. I served with you.
What regiment?
Did you actually annotate that?
I think I did.
If you did, I don't remember what it is.
But that one.
That one.
That,
Just name it.
75th.
75th, that's correct, yes.
You're a deserter.
dun, dun, dun.
Oh no,
Excellent.
You left.
I did.
Why shouldn't I turn you into the guard right now? I remember you, all the havoc that you caused, having me stay up with all the rest of the guys, night after night looking after your ass in the woods in the rain in the winter.
So hey, folks, if you're not busy, there's this guy over here.
Shit got hot over here.
Wow, your horror bath is
Yeah.
still happening in the streets now.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you get 3 axes. One's heavier than the other 2, but
So what's stopping me, eh?
You're gonna do exactly what you have to do, and I'm stopping you. A brother to another, no matter what difficulty you went through, would you really turn me in?
Tell you what, you got a good enough reason for leaving? I'll walk away.
I had to.
Not good enough.
I had to just serve the other people.
What other people?
The people.
That's why
The
you
lost and
joined,
the
why
damned.
not?
The lost and the damned. I was just a scout and a tracker. I looked out for you guys ahead. These are for these people to look ahead for something else.
Family man, eh?
Yes.
no, I had a family before they fired me.
And then he looks over to his left and he sees his wife and his 2 small children over by the fountains. Looks at them and pauses for a second. And he's an older gentleman. He's been out for a while, a bit. He's done his time and he's just trying to relax now. He looks at you and he goes, reasons as good enough as any. I suppose if I were in a situation, I may have done the same for mine. Don't let me see your face again.
Will do.
And then he walks off. Where we're at now is a little bit later in the day.
Time skip.
Not that much, only an hour,
Time.
hour or 2.
Lower
Starting to get towards the
Let's do the
mid-afternoon to
time
evening,
again.
you know, maybe about 4 o'clock or so. What we see now is a lot of people are starting to funnel into this massive building across the way from that fountain. This building is absolutely massively tall, very old, large ivory pillars supporting a monstrous copper domed roof that has a little bit of age on it. It's, you know, polished in some spots, but you can tell, you know, the rain has started to give it a little bit of that verdigris, a little bit of the wear. Just past the front pillars, there are 2 massive wooden doors ornately decorated with, again, more copper filigree, more highly polished this time out of the weather, that are fully opened to a large hall within. Stained glass windows line the sides that are lit up beautifully from the bright sunny day. You can see them on both sides of the doors. One shows a large Goliath in the middle of a battle. Another portrays 3 distinct faces underneath of a hood. On the other side, there is a deep blue night sky flecked with stars that seem to resemble a woman's face looking down at the hills and forests. And there's a 4th window that at first seems completely blacked out, but once the sun hits it in the right way, you can see a pair of blue eyes peering out from behind a dimly lit building. There are 2 more windows on each end, one on the left with a vibrant multicolored swirl emitting from an outstretched hand, and the last window on the very far right, which notably has some damage to the stone around it, appears to have been shattered many, many years ago and never repaired. It's like they didn't even bother. The gentleman that was making the announcement in the very beginning pipes up again. Hurry, hurry, grab a seat inside. There aren't many left from the looks. You, sir, have the right idea with the little one up on your shoulders. Yes, and yes, there is a reserved area up front for the elders, but is indeed filling fast. So please, please, come on in. And he lifts off the ground and kind of floats his way into the hall.
Show off.
So as that's happening, you start to notice, okay, people are starting to make their way in, not really paying much mind to the shops, and all the rest of the shops are kind of starting to close down for the evening, or at least for this period of time, until the court of the gods is over. So you start closing down your shop, and do you start making your way directly there, or is there anything else you'd like to hit?
Can we get one more for the road? One more.
Axe throwing.
One more axe.
Axe throwing is closed.
Oh.
Sharpen the axes. Take my time. Close down the shop. and start to make my way over to the building just to kind of peer in and see. I'm not really there for the festival or anything. I'm just there to like get money. I'm not there to partake in anything inside this building, but just kind of watch from the door.
Okay.
Doorway.
Okay, so you're seeing what's happening inside the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Vaughn, inside your tavern, where both of you are, door opens and a gentleman kind of in his, late 30s or so opens the door and says, "Hey, you guys better come out. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. It's starting." And everybody starts to go, "Oh, shit." They look at their pocket watches and they go, "Damn it." Okay, and they, put their gold on the table, put their silver on the table, and they wrap up what they were doing, plop the cards away, and start funneling out of your tavern.
How many times have I said gold on the bar, not on the tables? Freaking
Nobody's
cunts.
paying attention to you. They are so excited
Yeah.
about what's about to happen. They are just stampeding through your small front door.
Yeah, I know.
So I hear that after I've reassembled myself and dried off a little bit from my wash basin, and I just grab a clean glass and just start going around and collecting it for Vaughn, and then I bring the full glass up, like not a coin has gone anywhere but into that glass off the table.
I believe you, but it doesn't fucking matter. Thanks
Look,
for doing that, man.
I'm broke, but I'm not a thief.
Oh, I know. I don't let thieves in here. Well, and if I do, they don't leave intact. But anyway, thanks for the help.
You're welcome.
Okay, and you start closing down the bar and, closing all the shutters, and both of you end up, washing everything up and getting ready to go, and you make your way out of your tavern, lock the door, and...
As I'm helping washing the dishes, I just kind of go, boy, I sure am doing a lot more than I initially signed up for.
Don't worry. Vaughn will take care of you.
Okay.
You don't seem so sure about how that makes you feel.
I feel safe yet also threatened.
Yep, that's it. That's the vibe.
Okay, and both of you start making your way towards the central building.
Making our way downtown, walking fast,
All right.
faces past.
And you as well notice everybody seems to be kind of just shutting down for the day and making their way in. Are you making your way in as well?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack up all my stuff, close down, whatever. I'm gonna watch, but I'm gonna watch from the rear, take a peek in, see what's going on.
Okay, so you're kind of doing the same thing as him, kind of just from the door, kind of not quite sure about it. And...
Yeah, kiss my wife and kids, have them go home.
Okay.
Be home later.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
That's when the narrator goes, but he in fact would not be home later.
All right, so we end up going into the main building here.
Also, it's cute you put your wife and kids in the game. That's adorable.
But it's kind of shitty you won't let them go to the festival. Go home.
I would let your girls go to the festival.
They got enough candy and toys.
They haven't. But Dad, we want to go see the deities. We have deities
But
at home.
have they done any axe throwing? That's the key.
No, they didn't go to Axton.
Yet.
Would you really trust those girls with axes?
Hey,
Not
shilling's a
gambling.
shilling. Doesn't matter.
You gotta make your money some way.
I make your money.
All right, so all of you make your way inside, and those of you that were standing at the door, you see two robed figures, a bit elderly. You'll know them as the elders, or the purveyors of this particular establishment. They kind of take care of this cathedral.
Those are elderly.
They'll say, excuse me, but I must shut the door behind you. This is, we don't want to keep all the hustle and bustle of outside. Those that choose not to go in, we want to make sure everybody in here can concentrate. So they kind of usher you in, and you can stay by the door. They're just going to shut the door behind you. It doesn't seem anything nefarious. It's just more courtesy for those that may be hard of hearing,
Sure.
or those that have attention problems, like everybody that's at the table right now. So the door's
Well,
shut.
was that my autism?
Yes. So the door's shut, and the floating gentleman that you saw is in there, which seems to be kind of the announcer of the event that's happening. And he says, okay, all, everybody in that's coming in, yes, all right. Is everybody ready to witness the 100-year Court of the Gods?
Will there be food?
No! Any other questions for now?
Play Freebird.
No! I don't know what that is. Anyway,
Stop provoking him. He went to theater camp.
without further ado, I give you the gods. And with that motion of his hands, he kind of moves out of the way, and the lights kind of dim a bit, and I think this is the right song. I hope it is. Should be.
Find out.
Walk through hell.
The vibe will get real silly real quick.
No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do this one some more.
Was it Harper's Waypoint?
No, it wasn't. I don't know if I had one for this. I can't remember.
It's
so
tough to be a god.
it really is. Being in charge of this is a lot, guys.
Hey, the gods come out musical theater style, Road to El Dorado.
Yes. All right. So everybody seems to have kind of hushed down, and they're just, eagerly anticipating. The children are kind of bouncing in their seats, like, oh my god, it's happening, it's happening. And the older people who have never seen this, they seem like children themselves because it's the first and only time they're going to see this in their life. And then the very select few of the many races that live past 100 are maybe seeing their second or third, and they're still just as enthused, but maybe not quite as giddy. As the lights dim, you see red sparks start to kind of go off all over. And they make the lights flicker kind of in unison, like it's traveling around. And it starts to swirl and swirl and swirl, and then shoots right down into one of the tall chairs that lines the back wall with a long table. Think you're at Comic-Con, and this is a panel, more or less.
Okay.
And in that seat, you see... not in the seat. In front of the seat, in front of the table, but in line with the seat. You see Koto, Kotoh, the god of war, who is a bald man, very regal, with all kinds of filigree, gold, silver, jewels, you name it, armor, long, billowing golden cape on the back.
No capes.
We're talking shin guards, full plate armor, no helmet, and he stands there proud and mighty, and there is just thunderous applause and cheer from everybody around. Yes, sir.
As I'm in the crowd, there's somebody in front of me, like, excitedly waving a turkey stick, and I'm just like, ah! Ah!
Oh my
Big
goodness.
bird.
I'm hungry, damn it!
Why did I come in with you?
Because you felt sorry for me?
That's
You guys
usually-
keep it down. I'm trying to walk.
That's usually how I get stuck with this.
Yeah, shut up.
Hey! How'd your axe throwing do?
Good.
Good.
None of your business. Did you owe me any money?
I tried.
Then shut up.
Okay.
Want some gold?
I could use some gold, yeah.
And the announcer at this point, floating through the crowd, goes, "Ha ha! Koto, my friend, wonderful to see you." And he takes a bow, and Koto goes, "Absolutely wonderful to see you as well."
Hey, guess what? They boned.
And he goes, "Are we ready for our next?" Another thunderous cheer, and everybody's excited.
Yeah, I guess.
And what you see now, instead of the red sparks, is...
Changed?
I'm sorry?
Nothing.
You're good.
Please continue, DM. I'm in character.
What you see is vines and flowers kind of tendriling down from the very, very high vaulted ceilings and rafters. Start to tendril down, and in between the seats, you see little flowers popping up in between. Some of the children are picking them and putting them in their hair. And in the center stage...
Those aren't edible. Here, put that down.
On the center stage, on the opposite side of Koto, you see Celestra, the goddess of nature, who swirls her way up from this magical display of vines and flowers in this very regal, almost silk-like evening gown. Very bright silver hair that seems almost unnatural. Absolutely gorgeous face. No makeup, very natural, but it's like she just doesn't need it because she's the goddess of nature. She doesn't.
She's actually the nicest one of them. You should be.
I know, I'm just jealous.
This is all in character.
And she takes a curtsy and a bow, and everybody applauds, and she, of course, has several birds land on her that seem to be ethereal in nature. They're not real.
Just because they're not real, they still should. Just watch out.
And he goes, Celestra, as always, a pleasure. And he grabs her hand, gives it a kiss, and she goes, yes, enough with the theatrics.
Do you think they bone too?
No, definitely not. She has.
And he comes out and he's like, how about one more, huh, everyone? And say,
I mean,
again,
there's
more
like 4
thunderous
chairs.
cheers.
There's 5 chairs in this place.
Oh my god, he can count.
I smell some county stuff going on around here.
Then you see all of the lights go out. It is
Oh.
completely dark in here. And then a star, and a star, and a star, and a star. And it's like you're looking at the night sky, but inside. And on the side next to Koto, but opposite of Celestra. So imagine we were here, then here, and now we're here again.
Yeah.
You see 2 blue eyes start to illuminate. And then the lights go up and you just in smoke. And all you see is a hooded figure with 2 glowing blue eyes that seems to be just completely black and made of almost shadow. Can't really tell if he's standing or floating or what. It's like I said, it's almost like he's made of smoke. This is Varjo, Varrjo, who is the god of shadows.
He's new.
And all he does is kind of look at the announcer, doesn't say a word, and just kind of looks back and he goes, Always the man of mystery, Varjo. Oh, that's exactly how I thought that introduction would go. All right. How about one more? And then again, more applause, more applause, more applause. And this time, all the lights go berserk. Candles go large in fire to small in fire. The atmosphere seems to kind of change. You see a little bit of lightning here and there, some thunder crashes, and then you see bright sunshine and just every manipulation of the world around you.
Somewhere
you
in
can
the
see.
crowd, a man just starts shaking.
And among this, you see a lightning bolt. And in that lightning bolt, bam! There he is, standing. This is Sage Rakal, who is the god of magic, who looks almost exactly what you would think. Long, kind of wizard-like robes, very night sky and starry, but also with a lot of runes throughout. Has a very long beard. Seems to be quite elderly, but also very spry and alive at the same time. And of course, you know, he goes again with the theatrics. Good lord, man, will you please just show everyone who you are? And he goes, Oh, Drakal, I suppose I've had my fun. And as you see, he spins rapidly in the air and shoots down into the very center. And here we have the 3-faced god, who was the announcer this entire time. The 3-faced god is again hood up, and you can see his face, which was the announcer's face, and then it changes to a more sad face, a more somber face, and seems as though he's an entirely different person. And then it switches to a more inquisitive face, a more questioning face. As if he's judging everyone in the crowd, not quite sure what they have going on in their head, and some he knows quite exactly what's going on in their head. And then comes back to the announcer again, and he seems to stop announcing at this point, has had his fun, and then they all funnel their way behind the main table and take their seats.
Who's in the last chair?
That was 5.
Oh, was
The
that 5?
4
I
and
thought
then the
there was
3
6.
face.
Yep,
Okay,
4
never
and then
mind.
the 3-face god. Yep.
Oh, he was so good at
I'm
counting
about to say
earlier.
I didn't miss one. I color coded them.
He was so good at counting earlier. That's all we get.
It's
Count-
at this point
Count your silver.
the head elder makes her way into the front, who is a woman, probably 40s, 50s or so, in the same robes that you saw as the ones in the by the door, except a bit more regal. Can tell that she definitely has a bit of stature in this establishment. She goes, "Okay, we will now open the questionnaires for my mighty friends here, the gods themselves. So please form 2 orderly lines there and there. Yes, please. Thank you, thank you." And people start making their way. Do any of you wish to partake in this question line?
No.
No? No? Not of you? Okay, cool. No sweat.
No questions?
No, I ain't got no questions for them. I just
Okay.
need to figure out where I'm going to eat.
Okay.
Axe on?
You get the mic, you hold her like real up close, like awkward. Like, hey, you guys wanna go some axes after this?
You like axe throwing?
And don't wait for an answer. You put the mic down and walk away.
I'm still, I don't trust what's going on
Yeah.
because I'm
I'm not here for the
party
event.
crap. So
Look at the
like,
nature god and say, "Yo, baby, I heard you like axes."
Yeah, I'm not here for the event. I'm supposed to meet somebody after.
I don't think she would.
No,
So-
she wouldn't. Yo, I don't think she would.
So at this
Ah.
point, there is a massive, massive line. All kinds of people are lined up wishing to ask a god whatever they've ever wanted to ask a god. I mean, you can get a clear answer instead of something vague through prayer. The first person who decides to speak a question, an older man, I would say probably in his early 50s or so. It seems to be kind of a half elf. And he goes, Madam Celestra, I run a farm. My fields have been barren for some time, and no matter what I do, or no matter how much fertilizer I put, I just cannot seem to get a crop worth a damn, to be completely honest, and my village is very much of the same cut as me. Is there anything you can do, anything at all? And Celestra stands up and she goes, well, of course, there must be good with bad, and there must be rich with poor. But I suppose I may be able to sprinkle a little good favor your way since you asked so nicely. So yes, of course. And he bows and thanks her and moves on back to his seat.
Now, do you want to get in line for a question?
He didn't tell her where it needs to go. Is she just gonna like?
She's a god. She knows. She
She
knows
knows.
who he is.
It's like those 3 holiday dudes. You know, they know where to go.
Oh, are you talking about like what was it, Jack's half horn and?
Yeah, who do you think we named the bar after? Goat's my favorite part of the story.
So the next person on the other side, you see a large orcish man. Seems to be in full armor. Not necessarily a part of the guard that you've seen around. Probably has traveled from away, but could possibly be a part of a guard from somewhere else. And he steps up and he goes, "Mine's for Koto."
That tracks.
And Koto stands and he gives him a nod. And he says, "We are currently at war with the Ragspen. How do we win this war?" And Koto looks at him and he goes, "Fight until you die."
That's always. That's
Which,
always
of course, thunderous applause. Didn't really give much of an answer, but everybody loves it.
Get hyped.
The orcish gentleman gives him a nod, beats his chest,
That's
and
the
walks
answer to
away.
all of the questions.
It seems to be. We're kind of getting that vibe from this guy.
The blood god, skulls for the skull throne, blood for the blood.
Lots of fighting, lots of dying. That's all he's about.
So
Really one
a few more people ask their questions to various different gods for various different reasons. And one of the, kind of towards the middle of the line on the right side, you see kind of a smaller woman. Can't really make out her face. She has her hood up. And she kind of, everybody quiets down and is awaiting her question, giving her the proper time. And she starts to walk forward, which is uncharacteristic. Most people don't. And she walks forward a bit, and the head elder woman kind of goes forward to say, "Oh no, you must stay back." And the three-faced god stands up and goes, "No, no, she wants to get a good look. Let her get a good look."
Oh boy.
So she backs up and bows to the three-faced god, and she walks forward and she goes, "How does it feel?" And the three-faced goes, "How does what feel, my darling?
Oh, this is gonna be good. You want some popcorn?
Music change.
How does it feel to sit pompous while we all struggle?" And he kind of looks puzzled, and his face shifts to the more inquisitive one. "Pompous, you say? And what makes us seem so pompous?" Kotil pipes in, "Yes, I would like to know this as well." She pipes up and says, "You don't seem to remember. Should I remind you that there used to be a sixth chair next to you?" And all of them kind of go and look at each other and look back and forth, and
This is what I do.
Sadrakal, the god of magic, sits forward and goes, "Yes, at one time there was. But as everyone in this room can agree, what was done needed done. As to have the world we have today."
Wesley wasn't the god of good vibes.
She goes, "What needed done? It seems to me that more may need done." And it's at this point,
This is gonna get bad.
she raises her hands,
Yeah.
and it's almost Emperor Palpatine like lightning shoots from her fingers, hitting all five gods simultaneously.
Yeah. I love it here.
And
Do it.
at the same time, the lights dim. Very much so.
All right.
Oh, okay.
And you swear you're starting to feel a rain, kind of like a rain on you, like it's something's dripping. Like when it just starts to rain outside, and it's a panic. People are like, "What's going on? Is this a part of it? I don't know."
Already
People are
took a
very
bit.
apprehensive. And then you get this just smell in the air of iron.
Oh, they're dead.
Sulfury
Oh, they're dead.
Oh.
blood.
I'm just gonna take a taste.
Oh.
Fancy stuff.
300 years I have been chained, sealed away and forgotten. I shall no longer be a bad memory,
Shaking.
but a nightmare. A living, breathing god once again. The world as you know it is no more. You have remained faithful to a false cause. Your gods care little of your life, just as they have not cared for mine. As of this moment, your gods are no more. As of this moment, you bend the knee to thrall.
Thank God I didn't bring my kids to this.
Heard it was gonna be a show. Didn't know it was interactive.
He originally had a lightning pattern for this, but
Yeah, then I found out you were light sensitive. So,
but unfortunately you still got flashbanged.
so
He had a heads up.
I know that may have been a little difficult to understand. I don't think I had the speakers quite set right, so I will read that out for you so you guys understand what it said. Viewers at home, if you could understand it, levels were cool, awesome, great. What it said was, "The court of the gods no longer have power. 300 years I have been chained, sealed away, and forgotten. I shall no longer be a bad memory, but a nightmare, a living, breathing god once again. The world as you know it is no more. You have remained faithful to a false cause. Your gods care little of your life, just as they have not cared for mine. As of this moment, your gods are no more. As of this moment, you bend the knee to Thrall."
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm getting a "that was awesome" in chat.
And as the lights come up, you see that the woman that was standing in front is no longer there. You don't see her anywhere. Anybody that even fits that description. The place erupts in panic. Because what you also see is all 5 gods that were sitting there are no longer there. They are gone.
Oh,
Technically,
Completely gone.
Technically, they're everywhere.
No, they're gone.
The blood on
The
them.
elders seem to be in very much of a panic and trying to calm people down. Okay, it's okay, everybody, take your seats, we have the situation under control.
They don't.
Meanwhile, everybody is coated in what seems to appear to be blood of some kind.
Oh, I tasted it. It is.
Yes.
I checked.
It is at this moment, a few people in the crowd start to feel a bit odd. One of those people is you. You start to see your skin glow. And you're looking at it confused.
he's regenerating.
Anton, will you please describe how you change and what you change into?
As I see the blood on my hand, and I feel a surge of strength run through my body. And I grow a little bit taller. And muscles start popping out of my shirt and out of my coat. And my hair gets longer and my beard gets longer. And by the time it's done, I'm looking up and now my hands are twice their own size. And I'm completely morphed into a barbarian.
Hell yeah.
And how do you react to this change?
What the hell just happened?
Whoa!
Look at you guys like.
That's
Did
new.
did he get all of his extra like adornments and everything, like helmet and everything like that too in this? Okay, cool.
This helmet. What's going on?
What the hell?
And
Did it
before you can
glitter?
even really respond, Motag, the same thing starts to happen to you. Your skin starts to glow. Please describe how you change and what you change
I
into.
don't like
So-
this trend.
I shrink just a little bit to a smaller
You're
form.
getting smaller. You're only 5'8".
Huh?
Yeah, I get a little bit smaller. There's a reason for that. Then I take on a cloaked elf in a dark cloak with a face mask.
Oh,
The only thing you see is from my mouth down in my eye.
And what's your reaction to this?
My reaction is to almost like go, shit, here we go. That's all you get.
This wasn't part of the plan.
oh no.
And it's about this time the same starts to happen to you. Please describe how you change.
So I'm just like starting to get uncomfortable. And I just get this really bad pain in my back. It starts itching, and I elbow I don't even know his name. The bar guy. It's Renn, I know, but
Yeah.
oh, can you scratch my back real quick? I got this spot back here. Itches
Buddy,
and it hurt.
Your back is moving.
Oh, fuck.
What the fuck?
And from my back, sprout very large, plum-colored wings.
Hell yeah.
Demon wings, befitting of a tiefling. And at the same time, the horns, which were previously shorn about halfway, can proceed to grow back longer and gain their true length, what they should be. more to scale.
It's a dragon.
And my skin goes a little more purple than tan. The gem on my amulet just starts getting really hot. Like uncomfortably
Hot.
I'm like, I didn't agree to this.
Be cold, you're low to the ground.
And as
Well,
you're,
it's still like almost 7 foot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
as you're freaking out, you start to change as well.
Oh gods.
Please describe how you change.
Ah, you smell better.
So
Get the guy feel.
the first thing that happens is my hair turns a bright green and just begins to start growing longer and longer, getting to about mid-back. And then my ears grow to elven length, and because of this, it actually breaks the strap of my goggles. And you notice that my eyes are completely green and glowing as
Is that normal for you?
as it happens, roots come up out of the ground and wrap themselves around my feet. And it's almost as if they're fueling me because I start to grow taller and taller and taller.
Oh.
And as I'm growing, giant antlers, like deer antlers, start to grow out of my head.
Oh, he's gonna have to learn to duck.
And then, as I'm reaching the pinnacle of my height at 7'5", there is a bright flash. And where once a weirdly changing Renn as a man was, is now a 7'5" wood elf female.
Hell yeah.
And then the roots grow up and form a staff that just ends up in my hand. And of course, I'm just like, that was oh, you're all so tiny.
You're a girl now.
I'm a what?
Oh, sweetie.
Oh my.
It's okay. I had some friends that went through this. It took them a little longer, but
Oh.
you'll do okay.
What is happening? What's happening? Who did this?
Do we look like we fucking know? This is why I don't mess with deities, okay? This is why I don't fuck with gods.
We all changed.
That's why I didn't want to come in.
You'll notice the
What
crowd
was
that
You'll
was
need to
around you
You need to
is.
speak up. I can't hear you down
Can't
there.
talk that loud.
You'll notice the crowd around you has started to kind
Bend
of back
over.
up and go, "Oh shit! What is going on? What is going on?" And they're starting to freak out, starting to stampede towards the door. And
This
the
is gonna
head
be bad
elder
business.
woman runs right up to you guys and goes, "I need all of you to follow me." And with that, we're gonna take our break. So, we will be back here in a few minutes.
We want to do 10 or 15.
We'll do 15. We'll be
Okay.
back in about 15 minutes or so. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and we'll continue here in a bit.
Oh yeah, it should have cleared.
All right, welcome back.
Yeah.
Changes.
To recap,
I don't have licensing for that.
our party here attended the 100-year Quarter of the Gods, and during that time, we had a patron, a woman that was cloaked, come up forward and did some kind of magic or some sort to the gods. And then all of our people here at the table decided they were going to change into something completely different.
We did not decide
Yeah,
that.
we
It
didn't
was
decide shit.
fully
The DM over
non-consensual.
here,
Well, okay.
sinister light show, made us change.
In character, non-consensual. Out of character, consensual. We knew this was coming.
It's like Superman.
I just
2
want you to
in
know.
here. Lights went down. We turned into something else.
And when the lights came back up, all of you saw kind of what you were now. And the head elder came up, and the last word she says was, "Come with me." And that's where we're going to pick up.
So I'd like to point out that as we're walking, given the fact I'm not used to how tall I am, nor the new way my weight is on my body, I'm walking like a fucking baby giraffe.
I
don't
don't
the
look,
cane.
I don't trust anyone.
I'm 300 steps
So,
back.
where are we going?
Just follow me, please.
Okay, we have a lot of questions that need to be answered
And
really
there are
fast.
lots of angry patrons in here that do not like what just happened, and you seem to be the only ones that had anything happen to you. So if you want to not get jumped, I would follow
I'd
me
rather not
into
get
the
stepped
back
on.
of the hall.
Come here.
Please.
Let's
I
go.
can explain at least part of what has happened.
I'm picking him up by the hood.
Yes.
Okay, so all of
Just
you are
carrying me
making
like a
your way
handbag.
into the back of the hall. The patrons are being funneled out into the outside, and this place is being locked down by guard. As you make your way in the back hall, she says, "Please, wait here. I must confer with my patrons. I will be back shortly. Please,
Please
do
take
not
your
leave."
time.
Can you put me down?
Yeah, I
she
got you.
leaves. You guys are in more or less what seems kind of like a storage room of
How
of
tall
some
is the
kind.
room?
He has one leg.
Not
in.
quite tall enough for you. I'd say maybe 7 foot
He's guarding
ceilings.
the door.
So I'm like,
So your antlers are scraping the ceiling a bit, bud.
Oh, first time with horns.
oh, first time with a lot of things.
Oh, yeah, you'll learn. Maybe.
It's
Man,
a
did they
bad time.
stop
First,
itching?
first time without things too.
They just kind of, wings keep just flailing a little. They just itch.
Can you not flap in here? I'm
Whoa.
sorry. I'm not mad at you. I'm very.
Maybe we need to take a seat.
I can't move.
I need out.
I don't think you can get out. I think she's in the way. She is right, right? Are you going with
I don't know.
Valid.
Yep. Out.
No, I think we're stuck here, bud.
I'm very confused.
Well, if she wasn't blocking the door, I could get out.
No,
oh, me?
she's gone. You
No,
are
no,
the only
her.
people in the room right
Her.
now. Oh, okay.
Oh, me?
Just wait here.
Big trunk.
Like I try to move my head and my antlers knock something off of a fucking shelf. Like
Where are we at again?
So you are you're kind of behind where the gods were sitting at that long table, and you seem to be kind of in like a storage area. There's boxes on shelves. There seem to be kind of scrolls and tomes that are scattered around. It seems to be a place where they store things.
There's got to be a
in
door.
between. There is one door in and out of this room, and that's the door that she.
No, I mean like a secret door.
You
I
can
mean, yeah.
roll an
Why
investigation.
are we back
check.
here? Is the lady still here? Or did she leave?
She's
us?
gonna
No,
come back.
you are the only people in the room right now.
I think.
Why? She didn't tell us why we're back here.
All she said was, "Wait, I need to go confer, and I will be back."
Can I read the scroll?
I'm not. I have no patience.
Can you reach
my
the scrolls?
my ideals are I get bored easily, so I'm gonna go.
wow. All right.
So you're looking for some kind of a secret entrance? you
Yeah.
said?
I'm with him.
Okay,
Yeah.
make an investigation check.
I don't think you understand.
I love how the character's based on me, and it's like my ideals. I get bored easily. Okay.
That was random.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
That's a nat 20, sir.
A natural 20.
We wouldn't have known. We
Which
wouldn't
would
have
have
known the
helped
character
you
was based on
if
anything
there
like that.
actually was anything in this
That
room
door.
other than the door that you.
Now I'm just getting frustrated.
Oh, Dad's in the chat. And he says, "Haha, no, Dev, your back door."
That Oh, he would have loved the horny goat. Oh.
That's fine.
So yeah, what you see in this room is the door that you came in through, and the door that the head elder.
There's
left
storage
through.
in here.
There's, like I said, shelves with, it seems to be scrolls and tomes, books, various boxes of random knickknacks that are kind of just stored out of the way for the amount of people that were in the cathedral.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not staying in this room.
Can I read these while we wait?
Sure.
So, because I'm getting very impatient. Can I find anything in these?
Roll
He starts reading the scrolls like they're lobby magazines.
Yes, pretty much.
Roll a history check.
What do I do?
All right. So on your character sheet.
Yep.
First time player. We're teaching him.
Aw.
So
Scroll over one page.
yeah.
Yep.
And then you want to find history. See if you have advantage in it or not.
I do. +1.
Yay.
Nope, that's not advantage, that's your modifier.
Yeah, it's just modifier.
So you'll
wherever
roll a
you
d20 and you'll add
that.
1 to whatever the roll
That
is.
is this one.
Yes, sir.
One with 20 on it.
So you ended up getting 6.
6.
A 6. You're picking up these scrolls and they don't appear to be in any language that you're familiar with. They seem to be, some are runic, some seem to be in a language that you're not quite, don't really know. It just seems like you're reading a foreign language to yourself. Not a whole lot of information you can glean from it. The ones that do appear to be in common are really just any kind of religious script, or inventory reports of what has come in and what has come out,
Gotcha.
things of that nature. Yes.
I'm getting very claustrophobic. I would like to attempt to leave the room. How
It's right there with you.
tall?
That's why
How
Kurt
tall
leaves.
is the door?
It's a standard door, which is roughly, 6.5 feet or so. So you're gonna have to duck.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and maneuver my newly antlered head.
Can you get your antlers off my shoulder?
I'm trying. I'm trying to get out.
Okay.
Don't think you want to leave.
Say, excuse me.
Right as you open the door, the elder is there, grabbing for the handle, and goes, "Oh, please, back inside. I have a
Can we
bit
do
of
this-
explaining to do."
Can we do this somewhere it's a little taller, please?
I don't want to get squished.
Okay, hold on. And she goes over and grabs one of the god's chairs, brings it in the room. Grabs another one, brings it in the room, and grabs 4 of them for you guys to sit. On these very large, regal, hand-carved, and leather-clad studded chairs.
Oh yes, because what this room needed was more furniture.
You asked to be more comfortable. I'm abiding by your request, given what has been going
I'll
on.
stand. Thank you
I
very
can't get
much.
off the chair.
It is
I
your
gotcha.
prerogative
I gotcha,
to do
kids.
so.
Thank you.
Okay.
What's going on here? We all
Okay.
changed.
Everybody is kid to.
If I, what happens when I attempt to move towards as if it's almost like I'm about to sit in the chair? Does anything happen to me?
No, if you want to sit in the chair, sit in the chair.
Okay, I thought it was something like the chair made the gods like shrink to be a manageable size.
No,
Nope.
it is a chair that is fancy.
You pick your size, you get to keep it.
That's it. It's just a chair
just
that's
a chair.
fancy.
Fine. Well, I'm gonna sit down.
You can like.
Dad says
forward.
ungrateful, ain't they, DM?
He gets it.
I'm sorry. They shoved a 7'5" being with antlers into a tiny storage room.
You picked your height.
To be fair, these are rather large chairs to accommodate all of the gods who were a bit larger than your average painting. Because, I mean, they were gods, right?
Well, I'm gonna sit in the chair so I'm at least not up in the ceiling.
Okay. Okay.
Vaughn doesn't. Tries to sit down. Can't figure out how to do so comfortably with the wings.
Right?
Because they can't.
Can you?
Shush.
Okay.
I'll stand.
So, some explaining.
Please.
First of all, I am not angry or afraid of any one of you.
Great.
There is no malicious intent here.
That's what someone with malicious intent says.
I can promise you that. My name is Talmond Dresko. I am the head elder of this cathedral. We have worked in tune and in tandem with the gods over millennia upon millennia. What has happened here today is a bit strange. I can recognize that.
Yeah.
And looks directly at you.
Yeah.
I have some answers. and some theories. Firstly, I do not know who came in and started whatever chain reaction they started. We are looking into it. Now, what you all heard in your heads, and all of you heard that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 300 years ago, there was a sixth god among the court, by the name of Thrall, the exiled god of rage.
Why do they even have a god of that?
No, they don't anymore, do they?
Fair.
For a long time, it was even flow. Everyone had their role and their part and their semblance in
Did
the
thoughts
world.
arrive like butterflies?
Gosh,
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
really overstimulated here. Can we hurry this up?
He's using a Pearl Jam reference.
I know. The character doesn't.
I know.
Jammed pearls doesn't exist in this realm.
I don't know how you would make jam out of that. Anyway,
Gritty.
They'll exist when Imagine Humans hits the scene, don't worry.
there was a time period where Thrall got a bit greedy
Mm-hmm.
and started to overstep his bounds, which the rest of the court didn't seem to take a liking to. Then a war broke. You all have heard of that war, I assume.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that word.
Okay.
To make a long story incredibly short,
Please.
because of what Thrall was trying to do and failing at, because it was 1 versus 5 at the time, he amassed a bit of a following. The following warred with the following of the rest of the gods. Wars broke out, and to end the war, which at the time seemed to be completely endless, Thrall was put in exile, stripped of his powers, and no longer be heard from again. You've seen the window, how it was shattered. Well, the final act was performed in this very cathedral on that very day.
This is why I don't fuck with deities.
It seems as he has broken his bindings, some way or somehow. That is nothing I have an answer for. I would assume that the person here probably had something to do with it. As for the gods being gone, that I have an answer for.
Great.
We, as the elders, anticipated at some point Thrall might try to break his bindings. We never thought he could, but we had a plan in place just in case.
All right.
Unfortunately, from what it looks like from the 4 of you, the gods no longer have their powers. You do.
That's what I'm afraid.
Oh.
Now, let me be clear. You are not gods. Portions of their power have siphoned into you. I do not know why it was you, but this is how it happened.
Okay.
The gods themselves have been moved to various locations on Varenna. It appears to me, you, sir, your name was
Anton.
Anton. It appears to me, given what I'm seeing, you have inherited traits from Koto. You appear to have inherited traits from the Three-Faced God.
Oh, perfect. That.
You seem to have Vario running through you, and
You're gonna have
you, of course,
personality.
Celestra, kind of
We
the
don't
giveaway
need 'em.
there.
So is it because I got a goddess's essence that
Don't overthink it, sweetheart.
This is nothing that we planned for or even capable of doing. We are talking about the transfer of God's powers into mortal form.
okay?
There's only 4 of us.
Weren't there 5 out
Yes.
5 gods.
Oh my god, did math again.
It appears that none of you have taken traits of Cedricar.
there? Oh, of course, the god of magic is the one that's missing.
I don't suppose any of you have seen a fifth.
No, we were a little preoccupied.
We didn't even know each other before we came in this building.
As I thought. It appears that there is one more at some point, somewhere. I do not know. But what I can tell you is whether you wish to be rid of these and move on with your life, or find some semblance of an answer, I can tell you where each has been transported to.
Great. Let's go get him.
However, I cannot tell you exactly where, nor what they look like. I know it's not much to go on.
So
No, that's extremely unhelpful.
So you're saying that because we got their essence and we changed, since they lost their essence, now they have also changed.
Yeah.
To put it plainly, if this were to happen, the plan was to remove the gods and disperse them so they could have time to get away, plan, do what they needed to do. We
Question.
do not make their decisions, yes.
There are 5 of them.
Yes.
Us? Them. There's one big bad why do they need us? They can find each other. And they can find us and take the stupid powers back. Why do we have to go find them? That's dumb.
As you can probably imagine, most people cannot share their powers.
Fair.
So I would render to believe that the gods are powerless. And since they were here for the 100-year court and in mortal form, remain mortal.
Oh, great. So they can die.
Exactly.
Wait.
So it is imperative that they are found.
What happens to our changes if they die? Do we know?
That I do not know.
Great. It's ominous, and I hate it.
We will continue to research and see if anything like this has ever happened in the past. But at this point, I do not have the answers for you. Now, I can tell you that Koto has been moved to Iliand, Celestra to Faraneth, Variol to Gorukal, the Three-Faced God to the Kaleidic Islands,
He would
and
pick me.
Cedrical to Worm Gulch. And if you need spelling, let me know.
Yeah.
Iliand is Illiand. Faraneth,
Hold on.
okay.
Run that by me again.
Illiand.
IAND.
Yes.
And that's where Koto is.
That is where Koto is.
Take good notes. I'm not.
Okay.
Celestra is in Faraneth. Faraneth.
Okay.
Vario is in Gorukal. That's GOR'. UKAL.
I spell Vario again.
VARRJO.
Okay.
Three-Face is in the Kaleidic Islands, like a kaleidoscope, but islands.
That's gonna be gay as fuck.
KALAEDIC.
EIDIC.
I spelled it wrong.
What about this magic guy?
Cedrical is in Worm Gulch. WYRMM and then Gulch.
So since you don't know where the 5th one of us is, oh, I don't like it being us. The 5th one, are you gonna find them and like, or do we?
Do we need to find them?
I don't want to babysit all of them.
It would be imperative that you found them. Given that you now possess powers of the gods. I do not.
You possess.
I am a simple elder. I am the bridge between God and mortal.
Sweetheart, you know what they say though. Age before beauty. Like, you gotta...
And what do you expect me to do? Read at them?
Yeah, that could work.
I will die.
Well, you had a good life, right? Long life? Good? Close enough.
You don't seem to believe you are any different, apart from the wings, I assume.
I know physically, and there's probably some... I don't care. I don't fuck with gods. I don't. They aren't there for you. They don't help you. They just want to make your life worse. Why would I help them out?
Well, let me give you some incentive.
Why don't I just leave with this power?
If you do not find them before Thrall does,
Yeah.
because I know what he wished to do was eliminate them, which is probably what that one person was here doing.
Yeah.
Assuming they are working in tandem, I do not know why or how they got to be communicating. But if he finds them and kills them, the assumption is you will die too.
I've almost died before. At least
The
this
powers
would
along
be
with
on
it,
my hands.
which will only make Thrall stronger. You see, he is a god that feeds on power. He gets stronger as he takes. So if Thrall finds them and takes, hell on earth is what we will all face.
As if it isn't already.
Is it a Celestra thing that I hear voices in the walls talking about cheese?
I'm sorry, what?
No.
I don't know if I'm suddenly hearing mouse thoughts.
Oh, yes. You are connected, at one with nature and all of its things.
Ah,
So you may be hearing the rats.
Well, that's useful.
they would like you to leave more cheese out.
Of course they
Noted.
I don't have much to add here. I'm very frightened.
will. He'll be okay.
Well, I know me asking you to do these things is little to no incentive, and you probably think that all that's happened is now that you look a bit different.
And can hear stuff.
You do have power in you, each and every one. No matter how short, tall, or muscular and brooding.
I don't think that's new.
He seemed nice enough at the axe throwing stand.
Huh, my nails got longer.
I just want to go figure out how to make this better.
Ditto.
I'm very bored. I get bored easily. When am I going to get on with my destiny?
Sick. It seems no time like the present. Please follow me. And she leads you out of the room.
Everyone first. That way I can figure out getting through this door.
Oh, precious baby child. It's okay. I know a place we can get you some more clothes if you want them. They sell big and tall. It's great.
So all of you make your way out of the cathedral. You bump your head on everything because, obviously.
Yeah.
She leads you out to a covered wagon around the back of the building, away from the crowd of people, because we're not quite sure how they're going to react to seeing you guys after what just happened. They may hold you responsible, or think that you are responsible, and that's
Yeah.
not what we want here. So you get loaded into this wagon, and she says, to make believers out of a lot of non-believers, we will prove that you have the power I have spoken of. And then she shuts the flap. The cart starts to move.
Are we being kidnapped?
I think so. I'm gonna have a lot of unhappy regulars.
I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Fuck, someone let Denny out of the dishwasher. He's gonna stay there for some.
Calm down, Axeman.
Shut up.
Wait, you're the axe guy? Bro, I have heard so much about you from you. Oh my god.
Literally and figuratively now.
Yeah.
I do like your axes are pretty shiny. Look, it's a very confusing, scary day.
Yeah, we're all confused and scary. Now I'm stuffed in a wagon with you.
I'm trying to take very small breaths to keep from, like, taking up more room. Do you think Celestra had a shrinking spell?
Oh my god, do they itch?
And I take the end of my staff, and I'm like just trying to help, like at the base of them.
Oh, that actually helps. If I could just get this fucking amulet off. Just keeps getting warmer. And does anybody else hear that?
Hear what?
It's like this ringing. I'm
No,
going.
I can't hear the ringing over your voice.
I mean, I hear the birds. I hear a lot of the animals.
I might. I don't know what that is. I'm very overstimulated. I just want this thing off. And I like try and rip the amulet.
Are we,
Off
are
from
we
around my
moving
neck.
in this wagon?
Yeah, it's moving. You
Yeah.
guys are talking as the wagon is
It's like a road trip.
Yeah.
Where are we going, driver?
Not very far. Be there in a tiff.
No, maybe you misunderstood me. Where are we going?
Open the flap, you dunce.
Thank you, driver.
Thank you, driver.
What you see is that you're going along a path. You can still see the back of the cathedral, and you just kind of see where you've been, kind of, because it is the back flap of the wagon.
Right, that's why I'm
I
asking
turned my
him,
head and my
where
ears.
is he taking us?
That's all the information he gave you.
I turn my head, and it's a completely like canvas covered wagon, right?
Yeah.
I turn my head, and an antler just pierces through the canvas, like ah!
You're not getting that deposit back.
Oi! Me wagon!
Hey, if you don't tell us where we're going, I'm gonna make him shake his head a lot, and your wagon's gonna be destroyed.
Look with your own bloody eyes!
I can only see the city we're going away from.
Well, it seems that she has made you a window. So do you look out the window that's been made?
Yes.
There we go.
So
You
you
can
can
just
see
call
that
me
you're
Renn.
approaching what looks kind of like a gladiator pit, a little bit.
Oh, great! They're gonna make us fight.
And it's getting closer and closer, and you kind of come up alongside of it. Talman steps down, comes to the back, and lets you all down and says, "Before we go in, for those that are apprehensive,
That's a word for
our
it.
aim is not to kill you.
But that's a possibility.
I don't know how many ways I can say I am here to help,
The more
but
you
I am
say
here to
it,
help."
the more you say it, the less we believe it. I'm just telling you that now.
If it helps, I can kind of feel the energy, and I don't think they're lying.
Helpful.
Like I'm literally like just staring.
So what
with-
are we doing here?
We are going to test and see what powers you have gotten
Great.
from the gods.
Love
And the only way to do that is high stress.
This isn't high stress enough. Also, sweetheart, I work in a bar. This is good luck.
Yes, good luck
More
indeed.
annoyed than
And she walks off because she. It's clear that she's getting absolutely nowhere by talking.
Can I fight her?
as you're in the middle of this, and it's an abandoned pit. There are some stands that are a bit dilapidated. There's some banners that seem to have been not upkept through the years. It doesn't seem that they use this location, anymore for much of anything. The sand that's in there seems to be having a bit of grass that's growing through it, like a baseball field that's been kind of left at a park for a while and not been used. The gate opens, and what you see is a very stout knight, about 6'5" or so, walks through, and he does have a broadsword with him, but the blade is blunted, so it's not sharp. It's not going to be lethal in any way. And he takes his helmet off, and he looks at all of you and says, "My name is Crumb."
We've met.
We have?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have. Anyway, continue.
What have we met?
Don't worry about it. You were drunk.
Bruh.
They were the bartender at the Horny Goat.
Oh,
Hi, cutie.
yeah.
Continue. What you were saying.
Anyway, my name is Crumb.
Alright.
I've been loosely filled in on what's going on.
As of we.
I'm the leader of the guard here in Salaxis. I've been tasked with, I guess, testing your metal. My blade is a training blade, and he shows each one of you and proves that it is blunted indeed. And he's like, only weapon I have on me. Spins in a circle. I am only wearing armor for my own protection because I have no idea what's about to happen. Yes.
Crumb, I appreciate you trying to make us feel like you're not going to try and kill us, but please, we are frightened and stressed. We're not stupid.
Well,
Got it. That wasn't communicated to me.
Oh, wonderful.
I guess I'm to test how well you do in a fight.
Great.
So, basically, we're gonna fight.
Great.
So,
Fight a freaking crocodile, honey.
yeah. And he takes his helmet, he puts it on, he grabs his sword and goes, I don't want to do this as much as you don't want to do this.
Yeah.
yeah.
Here we go.
If I had 2 swords, I'd stab myself twice.
And as it
He
says,
gets
here we
it.
go, I need all of you to roll initiative.
Great.
So on your sheet, if you'll notice how there is an
Oh,
initiative bonus.
that's a 19
So whenever
on
you
initiative.
whenever you roll
And
the
that's
dice, you
20
add
on
that
my
to your
fucker
bonus.
flirt. Well, flirt a fight.
What is that? What's
It's hard to see with your screen protector.
19.
You go up, you get a +1 on your initiative.
So which one is that?
Roll a d20. And it's just a straight roll. So you got a 2, which means you're at 3.
Oh, wait, what's my...
My dice. Oh, it's okay. I got a nat 1.
Okay.
Oh,
You got a what?
3.
3.
So I guess with my bonus, that's a 3.
Dirty 20, because of course I fucking got the highest initiative.
Okay.
Did I get the highest initiative? Save me.
Was Motag, and then Red. Okay. There is no battle map for this. Just bit of a power test.
Great.
So, as Crumb readies his sword, first person up is you, Vaughn.
Yeah. So I also want to be very clear. Because I've met Crumb before,
Mhm.
I decided to also have a fun little feature that is a flirt or fight roll.
Okay.
That is, if it's evens, It's flirt first. So I have relatively high charisma.
Okay.
I got a nat 20 on the flirt. So
Okay.
here's hoping.
Are we introducing a new mechanic?
You don't have to take the nat 20 aspect into it, but the even is I'm gonna try and flirt.
Okay, that's fine.
Just wanted to explain the awkwardness that's about to ensue.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh god. Okay, Crumb. Sweetie, come on. You don't have to fight me. We know that sword's only a sample. Come on.
That's a bad start.
I put it in the chat. What?
Suck it, flirted.
I'd
I'm
rather not talk
rusty.
about it at the moment.
We're gonna flirt or fight around here.
Distracted.
I made a chat. I put in Q Mortal
I
Kombat
don't
theme.
know what to do. I'm a bartender,
You
not
attack
a
him.
fighter.
That's what you do.
Hit him.
Look, all I know how to do is pick people up and throw them out of the bar.
Do it.
And with that, Mage Hand
Okay.
is cast. It's a cantrip.
All
And
right.
it's at will. And so when I do the motion of grab people and throw them out of the bar, Mage Hand comes out
Okay.
and grabs his sword and attempts to throw it because that's what needs exiting the situation at the moment.
Okay. So you're trying to disarm him of his sword.
Unintentionally, yes.
Okay. We'll make a contested strength check here.
Is that where you make strength and I make strength?
Yes, and whoever has the higher is who wins.
Oh boy, no mods. It's a 15.
Okay, you get the sword out of his hand and toss it about 10 feet or so away, and it lands blade down into the dirt.
Oh.
And he stands there like,
The Mage Hand threw that. What the fuck was that?
It looks like you
Wonderful.
made a hand.
Wait,
Very
that could be
interesting.
useful.
that's all you want to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Bravo.
With that, Anton, you're up.
You ain't got no sword, right?
Nope. He is disarmed at the moment.
Let me take like, go into rage because I'm pissed already.
Okay.
So we're not using weapons because I don't want to kill him.
Well, he's wearing full armor. He's just trying not to kill you.
Oh, okay.
But also don't kill him. He's
Well, let's take out the hand axes and let's take a good long charge at him.
Okay.
So hand axes are it's 1d6 plus 4. 2 of them. So roll the hit. I rolled a 12.
That just hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And then, so I'll roll 2d6s. So, a 6 and a 7 damage for 2 axes.
6 and a 7.
don't actually kill the guy.
And then, let's see here. For the rage, we've got hit a creature with a melee attack. That's the great axe. It's not too combo. Hit a creature with a battle axe. Make an attack roll against a creature you hit. You deal. Bludgeoning, that's unarmed strike. Grapple, shove, that's hand axe. Hit a creature with a hand axe and deal damage to it. You have an advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn.
Okay, that it?
That's it for now on my end of things.
Okay, Motag, you're up.
So I pretty much
So
kind of want to
basically,
get this over with.
okay.
So I'm going to approach him and use my shocking grasps and grab his metal pleated armor.
Okay.
It's a conductor.
Okay.
Oh no.
Go
And
ahead and roll to hit with that.
13 plus 3.
So 16, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
13.
Ooh, 13 damage. Wait, that was a d20, right?
Yeah, which
Yeah.
one do you use?
So it should tell you on there what you use.
1d8.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're gonna roll a d8, and if it
That's
says it's
the
plus
diamond-y
anything,
looking one. This one.
That one.
Yeah. No, that's a D10.
That one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Double pyramids.
3.
Does it say plus anything, or does it just say 1d8?
Just says 1d8.
Okay, so he'll take 3 more damage.
Oh, look at you learning.
I'm trying.
So you
You're doing
lay your
great.
hands on him with his blackened metal armor, and it seems to just give him that I've just been tased kind of a deal, and he tenses up for a bit.
Oh,
and
I've
he
seen that.
comes out of it and goes, very interesting. Wow, I'm awake. Fantastic. Ow. And just kind of looks at you for a second and goes, all right. And then it is his turn. He is going to go and pick up his sword, which he left you, so you'll get an opportunity attack if you choose to take one.
Mhm.
So an opportunity attack is basically like,
Yeah. Good.
it's like if he leaves where you're at, you get an attack on him where it
Yeah.
would be like a regular armed strike, so like with a dagger, short sword, something like that.
Okay.
Are you taking that? Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You're
So,
gonna take the opportunity attack.
Opportunity
Yes.
attack, so the same thing. You'll roll to hit, and then if you hit, you'll roll damage.
The d20.
And it's like
Yep.
and it's like an unarmed strike.
Yep.
7.
That misses.
Of course.
So you were so amazed by, holy shit, I just electrocuted this guy, that he leaves and you go, oh, damn it, I could have tripped him or something. And he gets away from you, he grabs his sword. And he's going to turn and go, he's going to look at you, Renn, and go, doesn't feel right. You hurt me. Absolutely not. Okay.
That's
And
a
he's going to go
choice.
straight for you.
He's the one that hurt you the most.
High, and he's gonna try to do one big slash
Oh,
at
yeah.
you.
I have I have an advantage on my next attack roll with Constitution. Yeah, action opportunity. So, features and traits. Intimidation. I have an intimidation trait as well.
Okay.
So, I can try to intimidate him.
If that's what you choose to do.
I'm probably gonna. With a wooden sword, I'm not gonna be too.
Well, it's a blunted sword. It's
Blunted
a steel
sword, yeah.
sword, so it's still gonna fucking hurt.
Oh,
but
okay.
It'll bruise
it's
you.
not gonna like
Right.
slice through you.
It's like those videos of people cutting tomatoes with really dull knives. Just smushing it.
the guard off of it.
I mean, the only thing I can do is just try to avoid him and try to avoid the attack. He's coming at me like this. I mean, try to roll out of the way.
Okay. So he's gonna go ahead and roll to hit. Which is gonna be
Did you recharge it?
No, and
a
my
10.
fucking trackpad just died.
Okay.
The 10 hit.
I'm just rolling d20.
No, it's that's versus your AC, your armor class.
No, I have 15.
Okay, so you are able to evade him. How do you evade him?
Just gonna roll out of the way to the side and take an opportunity attack on him.
Opportunity attack would be if he left you. So if he were to try to flee away from you, then you would get the opportunity attack.
Gotcha.
Here, it's more of his attack turn.
What's this guy's name again?
Crumb.
Rum, you gotta be a little bit quicker than that, huh?
I suppose so. Okay. And he tries to pump himself up a little bit here. And with that, Renn, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I'm trying to figure out how to get back into my character sheet because my trackpad just decided to completely fuck off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No
Hand me
sweat.
down-
Take your time.
Hand me down Chromebooks. I need a new mouse. Or I just need to charge
Well-
this one.
They're in the walls. Have you thought about putting out more cheese?
All right. So I've kind of been putting together how I want to do this. Basically, I'm gonna be like, all right, well, I guess it's my turn, and I'm going to point my staff at him,
Ooh, watch where you point that.
and I'm gonna try to will the magic. And instead of doing something drastic like everybody else has done, I am going to end up inadvertently casting Find Familiar at first level.
Okay.
And
Oh, you're gonna
So
make
please
a friend.
describe what happens.
so a gold orb radiates from my staff and floats around me,
We don't know what that word does.
and then just kind of stays by my shoulder. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And the orb just goes, hello.
Okay.
It talks.
Hi. Yeah, you've summoned a familiar. The name's Flix.
Great.
So, yeah, just kind of point me towards what you want me to do here, and I'll take care of it. I'm from the Fae, by the way. Pleasure to meet you. God damn, you're a tall drink of water, aren't you?
Oh, please shut him up.
And so,
Two of them.
3 if you're counting weird.
so I basically kind of point my staff like that way, and Flix is like, all right, and then floats down and takes the form of an Almirage.
Okay.
Please describe what that is.
Yeah.
An
Be
Almirage
resembling.
is a large rabbit with a unicorn horn.
Amazing.
Find Familiar only lets me get creatures that are challenge rating 0.
Yeah.
So
The fucking
An
killer
Almirage
rabbit
with an
from Monty
Australian
Python.
accent. I love it. I love it.
Tis my wound.
and I'm like, oh, you're
It's a fish
okay.
wound.
And then,
No.
It's a
and
killer.
then he kind of hops forward and then turns around and just kind of goes like, you know, you don't have to stay right there. You can move, right? And I'm, oh, okay. And inadvertently at second level on bonus action, I'm going to cast Misty Step, and there will be mist around me, and I flash forward 30 feet, but I can't stop my own momentum, and I just tumble forward.
And this is like at Crumb? Like directly
Yeah.
at him?
Directly at him.
So he's standing with his sword ready and just goes, ah! Oh! Oh!
See, Crown, the ladies throw themselves at you. It's, you
And
got
he
this.
kind of looks up and goes,
I'm really not.
Madam?
not off my game.
you're, a
Oh.
bit,
Oh boy.
My what?
you
Close your legs.
yes!
Your bush.
Oh, I wasn't wanting to do this for laughs. It's turning into laughs.
The bush would have been there no matter what.
All right.
You are one
You are
with
a
nature.
tree.
So then,
He's
So-
pruning.
now I'm just kind of sitting there. I sit up. I'm just kind of sitting on the ground, like trying to figure out what just happened. And then Flix just kind of hops up next to me and goes, "You're not too bright, are you?"
Okay, just kidding. I like this thing.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Yay!
Alright, top of the round, Vaughn, you're up.
Great. Cool.
And just so everybody knows, he's kind of in the center and you're all just kind of like around
Yeah,
him,
we're a little more
seeing
scattered.
what
Since
happens.
you have the wireless mouse, I'm going to grab the wired one so that I can use my laptop still.
Okay. I have no idea what plug it is.
I'll find it.
Stream, if we go away, we know who to blame.
Yeah, that'll be alright.
I'm trying to see. All of the things that I could use are touch-based.
Now, to remind all of you, we're not trying to kill this guy. We're just trying to test and see what you can do.
Oh,
That's why I became a bumbling moron.
than me actually figuring out what my spells do.
Oh. Whoops, I stopped the music. You can.
No, I think it ended on its own.
No, I accidentally clicked.
Oh,
This is going so well.
there you go.
Wasn't prepared for.
So how big of a space is this? And I'm not asking for fireball purposes. I have to clarify.
I mean, I'd say it's probably like a 50-yard by 50-yard gladiator pit.
Okay.
You guys are more or less in the center of it.
Okay. So I just can I do that? I can do that one as a bonus. I think. Yeah. So I'm first just gonna like guys, I don't know what we're doing here, and I just God bless it, would someone take this amulet and just get it off of me? I can't focus. But as I say bless, I cast bless at level 2.
Okay.
And so 3 creatures within 30 feet of me are blessed. And whenever they make an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, they can add 1d4 to the attack roll or save. Not that we know that happened, but it has.
Okay.
Hi, your friendly neighborhood god hater is a cleric. Spoilers. And it's just if these I can't focus if these wings would just stop itching. And as I'm like rubbing on my back to try and scratch it, that triggers cure wounds as a bonus action.
Okay, so you heal
and
yourself.
I stop itching.
Got it.
Real quick,
Love it.
I do need to point out.
Yeah.
My familiar has its own initiative, so Flix has an initiative of 19.
Okay.
Oh, Flix goes after me then.
So I'll leave this up to you. Do you want Flix to just go right after you in initiative order, or do you want it to be wherever it lands? Some people prefer one way or the other. I'm indifferent.
I would prefer.
It makes it easier to track if it's right after you.
Yeah, have it be
Yeah.
right after me.
Okay, no sweat.
So, and I just kind of like, the itching stops, and my hand is tingly, and the burning from the amulet, I can still feel it being warm, but it doesn't like hurt anymore.
Mhm.
I'm like, what did I do? Guys,
I don't know.
is Crumb within 30 feet of me?
Yeah.
Congrats, he's one of the ones that's blessed.
Okay.
It's 3 creatures within 30 feet. It does not say allies.
Okay. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
All right, Anton, you're up.
I'm gonna pull the great axe now and take another running charge at him to hit him again.
Okay. Roll to attack.
I could have done mending.
6.
6?
Yep.
That misses. So in the, I guess not being used to the weight of a great axe being a bit different than your throwing axes, as well as moving, you go to slash him with that great axe and completely whiff, not quite understanding the
I can
weight.
make another melee attack, by the way.
Okay,
Once
so you
per
missed the
turn.
first one?
Using the great axe, you make another melee attack with it against the second creature within 5 feet. That
Okay.
first effect in your reach.
For all intents and purposes, let's say go ahead and make your
Yeah.
second.
Okay.
Normally, if it was one enemy, it wouldn't apply, but for this
Sure.
situation, I'll let it go.
17.
That does hit.
There's something
Roll for
karmatic
damage.
about the
One-
weight of the axe being what threw him off.
I'm enraged, so I'm just pissed off. So I'm just like, I'm mad I missed. So 1d12 plus 4. That is a 12.
Okay.
I rolled an 8, so it's +4 on that.
Okay. Motag, you're up.
Pull back up now. I'm gonna pull out my sap. Yes.
Okay.
Sap?
Sap.
Gonna make it sticky?
My long sword.
Oh boy.
Oh,
What's bigger than you, kid?
Exactly. I'm falling over. 'cause
he
it's
just
so damn heavy.
materializes it out of his cloak. Like,
Yeah.
huh?
Cut my sleeve.
Okay.
No, it's just been dragging on the ground behind him the whole time.
If I hit you with it, you're at a disadvantage for the next attack from you.
Oh, he's using sap on his attack.
Yes,
Okay.
with my longsword.
Cool.
So do I just need to roll for?
So you roll a
Roll to
d20
hit.
to see if you hit me.
Okay.
And it should have like a plus something to hit. So
8.
let me see on here. So with your long sword, you're attacking with your long sword. So real quick, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here. Oh, you don't have a long sword in your equipment.
So why does it give me that?
That's just something you can do as a rogue if you attack with a long sword.
I
So
have
go
a
back.
short sword.
Okay, so equip
Yeah,
your short
down.
sword. Yeah, equip your short sword. Here, go back. Tap the box.
Who would
I
we
was trying
consider
to-
the 3 that get less?
Okay.
I
So
mean,
we go
all
back.
of you are kind of in a circle, so any of your choosing.
So-
So if I'm one,
You
would
don't
be
have anything
one,
with a
pick
short sword
anyone else.
on that. So you can just do a short sword attack.
Yeah, short sword attack, I guess.
Sorry, bub.
Okay.
17.
That hits.
Plus 1.
Or no, plus 3.
3. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
So
so it's
dirty
a
20.
it's a dirty 20 with
Okay.
a short sword.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage.
So you're gonna
You-
basically it's 1d6 plus 1.
You also
So-
get an additional D4
So roll that.
Because you are blessed from.
from my
What?
whoopsie.
Yeah.
Yep. So roll those and add 1 to it.
There's 2 and 2.
So 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay. Surprisingly, Motag, how do you want to finish this fight?
Oh.
So at this point, he is stumbling, has come back, and is looking like he's kind of on his last leg for a bit. Now again,
We're not trying to
we're
kill
not lethal, but he looks like he's on his last leg.
Until he's
Like
ready
you
to like tap
thoroughly
out.
rocked him with that hit.
I guess I'll just use a unarmed strike.
Well, you've already made your attack. I'm asking you
Oh,
to
man.
describe how you basically incapacitate him.
How it ends.
Yeah, how does it end?
Like a
You
finishing move.
No, just like you hit him with it, and then like how you do it, and then
Yeah.
Well, obviously I'm going to strike over with the short sword. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Striking him down and pushing him back.
Okay.
Once I do that, I'm going to take 2 steps back, which is like 1.5 for you.
Good
Um,
clarification.
Take a couple steps, let him fumble around, and I'm just going to end it right there.
Okay. He's gonna go. All right. Didn't have to go at the back of the head, and he'll try to get his helmet off that is thoroughly dented on the back,
Ooh.
and he'll put it on the ground. Kind of do that dad kind of grab your one knee and stand up thing where they're not the way they used to be.
Vaughn's gonna go and try and help him up.
Okay.
I'll take a smoke.
He goes,
Sorry. I know the health insurance isn't great.
thank you.
As
All right.
as I help him up, I inadvertently use cure wounds.
Okay.
'Cause I feel bad.
Interesting. Because this has never happened to him before.
Yeah. It's 2d8 plus 7
Oh,
if you care.
Don't feel like shit.
Good?
Right.
Is that good?
Okay.
My hand's tingly again.
Interesting.
I don't like this.
Madam. And then you see Talman come down, who has been watching this entire time, kind of from the stands. Comes down and talks to you, or approaches you guys and starts to speak. Now, do you all believe me that you have inherited something from these gods?
Yeah.
Some are a little more obvious than others.
And Flix is gonna kind of just be sitting by me and just go, "This one hadn't quite got brains from that goddess."
All right.
Oh,
Shush.
wonderful.
And I just go like this, and Mage Hand just bops him into the ground. I'm done with you.
How do I away? And Flix just kind of goes, call me when you need me. And he just kind of flips into a pocket dimension.
Oh, thank God.
Kind of implodes on himself.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a fucking Looney
He
Tune.
just flips out. Finally. What?
So, did that put any more of you at ease?
I kind of just, I moved fast and fell.
Yeah, we saw.
To be fair, you've grown about 3 feet.
Yeah,
You showed all everybody your bits.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
To be fair,
And-
you've grown about 3 feet.
And with my embarrassment, even though it's out of combat,
That's fine.
as an action, my druidcraft is going to go off.
Okay.
So in the space around me, flowers are just going to start blooming,
Oh,
almost as if they're trying to bloom and cover me up as I'm sitting there.
that's really cute.
The bush is bloomed.
I don't like it in the tone that you said it.
Now, does
Oh.
anybody have a reaction to seeing something that previously you thought was impossible to do other than a god doing it?
That was pretty cool.
Question. I raise my hand, and the mage hand just also kind of whoop. What's that? And why does this hand help? I didn't do anything, but I did stuff.
Yes.
Ah,
Like I said, you have inherited several traits from the three-faced god, who is the god of healing.
oh, okay, yeah.
So,
I thought he was the god of showmanship, the way he presented everything.
well, that's one of his many faces.
He likes to put that one out in the most.
Man, many faces.
Again, theater camp. Ugh. We go way back.
I know a bit and can discuss on the way.
Great.
Your further questions would have to be directed towards him.
Great.
Yeah, everyone turns back around as I'm just still sitting there, and now I've got birds and squirrels and shit on my antlers.
Oh.
I would try calming down.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Interesting.
Shoo! And they all just like skitter off, and then one squirrel turns and like chatters at me, and I just go, rude!
Ah, so you have picked up on that.
I could hear the mice talking in the walls earlier.
Yes, well, I didn't know if maybe you were just in hysteria or not.
Oh, trust me, this is all hysterical.
Careful of throwing those words around. They sent a lady to a place once for being hysterical. When does my hand stop tangling? This is weird.
I don't know. I wish I had more answers than questions. I really do. This has never happened before. What I do know is time is of the essence.
What is
And
this
we need
feeling
to
so
decide-
sudden and new?
What was that?
No, I was making a bad joke. I'm like,
Okay.
what is this feeling so sudden and new? Oh, fucking theater kid.
So she's gonna turn to all of you and say, "Look, I know at the end of the day, once it's out of my hands, it's out of my hands. But Thrall will hunt these gods down. And he will get stronger. And you don't want that. Regardless if you're a believer, a follower, or not, you do not want to live in his world. So I guess the question is now, who do we find first?
Over the table.
Hmm?
Geographically.
Mhm.
Because our characters would know, but I don't have a map.
Yep.
Who would be closest?
So you guys are in Silaxis right now.
Not that who we go after is who's closest. I'm just curious.
Closest would probably be fair enough.
Okay.
Which is where Celestra is.
Celestra is there. You, Anton, you are from there.
Mhm.
That sounds like a good first start.
I don't want to go back.
Well, buddy, there's a lot of things that we didn't want to do today that we ended up doing.
No, I don't want to go back.
But if we go there, I can ask Celestra how to not be a giant bumbling oaf.
Hey,
I-
you're a giant bumbling hot
I
wolf.
can-
You're fine.
I can never go back home again.
To be
But-
fair, you aren't really you at the moment.
Yeah, wait, they recognize you?
You do look a lot different, and you have a helmet. Helmets conceal identities. We just won't introduce you.
Take from Big Brain.
We can call you something cool like La Hatchet.
I have a shameful secret.
Ooh,
I
do
can
tell.
never go back home again.
What'd you do?
I'm not in,
What-
not in the mood to discuss that at the moment.
It's a secret.
What did you do above the table?
No,
It's
we'll
the-
find out when we find out.
Well-
Alright.
I don't believe we're going to come up with an answer at the moment, given everything happening so quickly. I don't think Thrall will be able to do what we hope he doesn't do, but inevitably will, at least through the night.
We gotta find whoever got Magic Dude's powers, right?
Yes, that is something we are already working on trying to figure out.
Any luck so far?
No,
Does he happen to be
it's been roughly 10 minutes.
well,
We're trying.
I am sorry that I thought you were capable. I will put that.
We are not the one with godlike powers here, so if you want to have a pissing contest,
We're not the ones with years of experience. Bitch.
well, I would offer you a place to stay,
But
but I'm not.
Valid. I wouldn't want
Thanks
to stay here
to that.
anyway.
Do you all have a place you feel safe and out of the way?
Oh, I'm going back to the goat.
I apparently am only gonna fit in a stable.
No, we have rooms for women like you. You'll fit.
What does that mean?
We have ye old drag knights, and you'll fit in lovingly in the green room. In fact, I might have some clothes in there for you.
I'm gonna go to the woods.
That's a
I would
choice.
recommend sticking together.
There's
Attack the
room.
horny goat.
There are rooms, and I know a guy that can give you a good deal.
I'm gonna go to the woods at the horny goat.
I'll be on the roof.
Okay.
You're just an owl.
Guess we're going to
Scout and tracker.
the horny goat.
Look, bar's closed right now anyway, so we'll have the place to ourselves.
Okay.
I
What's
will
about-
put you to work though.
It's about now that the sun is starting to set. It's getting sort of that dusk time of night. You make your way back into town, and it seems to have, for the most part, cleared out, apart from locals. It seems everybody kind of hightailed it very quickly, given what has just happened and what they've witnessed. There's people, kind of sweeping in front of their shops and cleaning the streets up, and you make your way to the goat, and shack up for the night, unless there's anything else you guys would like to hit.
Since I'm very established in this town, like they know me, would any of the locals have any notable reactions to seeing the upgrades?
You know I'm from there too, right?
I at least work in the town.
I would say at the time, there are probably a few that have seen the troop, and are a bit skittish given what has just happened. And as they're sweeping, kind of come back
Wanna
in
step back?
and shut the door, and that's enough sweeping outside for today.
So much for neighborly love. See if I watch their cat ever again.
All right, and with that, you lock the door to the goat,
Mhm.
and you guys kind of take your separate rooms,
Yep.
and try to mentally process what's gone on today and what the hell you're gonna do in the future. And I think that's a good place to end tonight's session.
Little long rest.
Yeah.
Yes,
So if you guys took any damage, you didn't. That's basically all it was.
But
Anything
I
that you
also
guys
get my
used, you will
spells
have back. This will count as a long rest at the beginning of next session, but I wasn't going to take anything from you guys during that fight.
Right.
So,
Or
Just had
learning.
to recoup the rage.
Yeah.
So,
Very nice.
yep, go ahead and recoup what you need to
You
recoup.
rage recouping?
yeah.
No,
Cool.
I did mark my spell slot, so I want to make sure I'm
Well, we will
Yeah.
see what this troop gets into next time.
in 2 weeks.
It'll be
Right?
2 weeks from now,
Yep.
same time, same place. And we'll see what the hell happens. So thank you guys for tuning in and viewing, watching, commenting, sharing around the internet. Appreciate it. It means a lot. Thanks for bearing with me. One of the first couple times I've DM'd. And yeah, congrats to Mikey. He played his first session of D&D.
He ended our first battle.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did. First time
Aw.
playing, and you got the "how do you want to do this" moment.
Yeah.
Where's finisher?
So, all right. Well, we will see you guys next time. And what's the catchphrase again? I can't remember.
I think.
Until next time, guys, keep your ears open and listen for the echoes.
See ya.